I'm Brandon Wong from Modesto. I won the Las Vegas Regional Undefeated playing Phantom Knights Brave.
Won the event, man. You went undefeated. Congrats, buddy. How were your matchups that day?
I played a lot of prank kids in the final rounds, but there was a bit of everything. Like I played some of the Braves 10E Sword Soul deck. I played some of the Pure Sword Soul deck. I played the mirror match. I played like a stun deck. I got Dimensional Shifted 3 times the first round, but I won because he wasn't playing Flutter. He was playing a stun deck, so it was okay.
I like it. Were there any harder matchups for you that you almost scraped by?
Well, I mean, the last 2 rounds, I definitely scraped by both those rounds. They were both of them were versus the prank kids. But I mean, I just remember that droplets really saved me in those matches. Like I had got some really good value with droplets in those matches. So
Nice. All right, man. Well, let's check it out.
So I'll start with the main deck. 3 Phantom Knight Boost. This is the best Phantom Knight because it can special summon yourself from your hand, and it's a 1-card Verte play with the Almirage and Link Spider. 3 Torn Scales. This card is like known as the best one because it used to be the 1-card play, but now it's like you don't want to use his normal summon effect, so he's not the best anymore. But the main value of this card is that when you banish a Phantom Knight from your graveyard, you could summon it from your graveyard for free, so that's cool. And then you can use the effect as a special summon at that point. 2 Cloak, 1 Gloves. I like these guys a lot. I've played 2 of this before and 3 of this before, but for this event I was playing that number, and it's a good number. I could see myself going up more if I ever wanted to play more in my deck to increase my deck count, to not draw bricks, but I'm fine with my deck count as is right now, so I was just playing 2 and 1. 3 Temple, 1 Griffin. Those are standard. Obviously, everyone's playing the Brave engine. That engine's so good. That's my engine monsters, and then my going second cards are hand traps. 2 Nib, 2 Ash, 2 Ogre. These are the best ones right now, and a lot of the space in my deck that is not my engine is hand traps or like anti-hand trap cards, because that's how you win. Like when you lose a dice roll, whatever, you have to have hand traps. So, I mean, those are the first 6, and then I also play 1 Veiler, 1 Bell, 1 Lancia, and 1 Imperm because I play cross out of my deck. So these are some cross out targets. They're also just good cards, in general. But I can also set this off with Dagda, so that's cool. And then Destiny Hero, Celestial Dasher, the bricks. Those are all my monsters. I don't play Scythe because I don't want to. I have the minimum amount of bricks in my deck. That's important. Because I feel like if I have Scythe in my deck, if I get to the point where I could search a Scythe and have it be really important, then I should probably be winning anyway, so I don't play the Scythe. Now spells, 3 Droplets, that's my last going second card. 3 Right, 1 Fateful, standard, everyone's playing this. Oh, the Draco back, yeah. This is too, like, I remember like the first PK list that came out, they weren't even playing this, you have to play it. This card is so good. And then Double Fusion Destiny, Road of Foolish, more staples. And then Called By, and as I mentioned, 2 Cross Out. These are really important. You gotta, your opponent, like the way they're gonna win 1 second is if they have hand. You gotta have these to beat their hand traps. And then just traps. I have just 3 Fog Blades and the Brigandine. I don't play the Greaves. I don't play the Wings or any of the ones that are not good by themselves because the same reason the Scythe. I mean, when I get to a point where I could like search that and have it be really helpful for my combo, I should probably be winning it because I'm comboing, aren't I? So that's why I don't play any of those. I play the minimum number of bricks. So this deck is strong by itself even without them. And then extra deck, that's my main deck, 44. Extra deck, Almirage, Link Spider. These are super important. There are some people that don't play these. You have to play these because if you have a 1-card play, that's really, really good. So you have to have that in your extra deck to have it be a 1-card play. For Verte and DPE, obviously those are like what I summoned the most. I mean that was like MVP for me, was that definitely when I needed the 1-card play. And then Dagda, Dark, this card's super good, you have to play this, and this is like my 15th card. I don't even play Scythe, but I use this sometimes to get a Lancia, like especially if I like if I have like a really good hand, or if I like hard draw a Fusion Destiny, then I can make this instead of Verte, there's like some extra value, in my first turn. And it's really good in like the mirror match, or like sometimes like the Eldritch match that'll come up to do it, to search a Lancia to stop them, the Flunder match, that kind of stuff. And Unicorn, Access Code, these are mandatory. You have to have something to outstuff, And then Zeus Downerd. Another really valuable 1-card play is you could summon Breaksword from the graveyard with just Fogblade, and then it has no materials, right? But I mean, you could attack with it, and then main phase 2, Downerd Zeus, that's too good. You have to have that in your deck, so never cut these either. That's like a really important 1-card play. And then Leviair, that's my other rank 3 XCs. Obviously, you play one of that. And then my core Link monsters are Cherubini, Bardies, these are obvious, and then I also play Saryuja Skull Dread because you can shuffle back the bricks that you draw, like your Destiny Heroes, and then get real value out of those cards, you know, so that's really cool. You can make this whenever you open with 2 level 3s, basically, that are good, like the 2 Phantom Knights, you know, you can make this. And this was like what I missed in the Tri-Brigade deck I played before, is you could put back your Destiny Heroes with Farazit. I play that to basically do the same thing. That's the main value of it. You can also put back the Brave equip spell, you know, and then search it again as like a free card, so that's cool. And side deck for last, the 3rd Nibiru, the 2nd and 3rd Lancia, just because those are good, and then double Joel. I like this card, but I don't want to see 2 of it in my hand ever, so 2 is a good number of that. It's like the same as like why I play 2 crosses. That card's really good, but I mean, I don't ever want to see 2 of it, because if you see 2 of it, you're probably going to lose. So 2 Joel's cool. And it's for like the Brave Tenyi and the base decks, which are like the most feared matchup, I guess I would say, when they go first. You know, you want to have that to stop them. And then going first cards, I have 2 Judgment and 3 Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell is definitely the stronger card, but Judgment is good for what they're going to side against you. Like, Judgment is going to counter, like, the Twin Twisters or Harpy's Feather Dusters that I'm playing also. Other than I put against you, you know? But it's also just, like, generally a good card, like, you get against, like, the more simple decks more than the combo decks. Like, you stop, like, the normal summons, you know? That's pretty good. But it's mainly the Anti-Spell is what I'm digging for when I make Saryuja. Because when I play Saryuja, I'm going to have a better chance of seeing this than other people, because you have to hard draw these cards, you know? So I have 3 to maximize my chances of drawing it. That's important. Then, as I mentioned, the back row cards, Harpies, 3 Twister, Red Reboot, because you want to make sure you have something to put in versus those kind of decks. Because the rest of my deck doesn't really interact with that deck, those kinds of decks that much, but once you have these in, then your matchup is much better. So obviously you have to play the maximum amount of cards you can put in versus them. And that's that.
All right, super cool, dude.
Thank you.
Again, big congrats on winning the event. We'll see you at the future events out there. We have San Jose, San Diego, LA.
It's like later in April. You know,
Yep, it's all coming, so we'll see you out there. Big congrats. Any shout outs, man?
Yeah, shout outs to all the locals that I go to, especially Area 51 is in this deck profile. This is like my main locals, you know. But
thanks, man.
Also the locals in Vegas, you know, because I used to live in Vegas, and like that's where the regional was. So part of like the reason I went to the Vegas regional especially is because I could see my old friends, you know, from Vegas. So that was nice.
What's that shop's name?
People's Card Shop.
People's, yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you won the event, man. I love seeing a local guy take it back home. Big congrats. Thanks again, man. We'll see you next time.